What's going on, folks? It's another day, another episode of One Man Show. Today we got some good stuff we're talking about. I hope everybody has had a great week. Mine was good. I don't know. I work now, so I don't really do anything but work during the week. But yeah, I've been chilling, I guess. I hope everybody's doing good out there. Hope the new year is treating everybody well so far. I hope everybody's doing great, doing grand. I hope some of you guys still have those resolutions, those New Year's resolutions. I hope some of you guys are still popping off with those, because that would be hype if you are. Yeah, I don't really know what else to intro here. So, we're just going to get into it. As we all know, as I explained in my video essay that I did a few weeks ago, if you haven't seen it, go check that shit out. I'm going to keep advertising that because that was like a really big project. I'm a good Christian boy, right? I'm a good Christian boy. And so, I saw in the news that there was a pastor guy who was, he's getting accused of scamming. So I was like, uh-oh, dude. Not a good Christian boy scamming. And so let's take a look at our boy here. Online pastor. Hello? There we go. Was that playing through the right speakers? Yeah. Wait.
Caitlin and I.
Oh, yeah, we're here. Okay. Online pastor. He's an online pastor, so he's like, I don't know what that means, really. I guess they do online stuff. I guess that makes sense. Let's see what our boy's got to say here about being accused of scamming.
Caitlin and I are being charged in a civil charge from the Colorado Securities and Exchange Commission.
Oh, yeah, this is in my backyard of Colorado. This is in colorful Colorado, folks. That's why this really hits home to me. It's a good Christian boy in the same state as me. So that's what we're, that's why I'm so worked up about this.
For basically selling millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency that is deemed worthless by the state. Now, the reason that they're saying that it's worthless is because there is no exit for people who have bought. We launched an exchange.
And now this video is really weird, right? This is the original. This is like what the guy posted. It's really weird. Like the weird cuts and stuff, it moves at like 15 frames per second. They've got this bad green screen background. I don't know why they would do a green screen background. The audio quality fucking sucks. This is like the weird, if you're scamming people, at least use that money to get like good equipment for when you do an explanation video about why you scammed people, you know? I feel like it's a little more disingenuous when you're like recording quality fucking sucks, but you know, to each their own, I guess. So yeah, as he just said, he started selling cryptocurrency that didn't have an exit for people who bought in. So if you buy in, you are unable to sell the cryptocurrency, making it worthless. You're pretty much just giving them money with absolutely nothing in return. Let's continue.
The exchange technology failed, things went downhill, and from that point forward, we've just been waiting on the Lord literally for a miracle.
So they've been waiting after they made an exchange, right? They made a crypto exchange for their cryptocurrency, and it failed, right? It failed. According to him, it failed, right? And so people couldn't exit. They could just put money in, and they couldn't get anything out of it. And so now they're waiting on a miracle from the Lord. A miracle. I don't know what kind of miracle you need from the Lord to, I don't know, maybe the Lord will come down and be like, don't worry, these are good folks. They didn't mean to scam you. I don't know what kind of miracle you want here.
So the charges are that Caitlin and I pocketed $1.3 million, and I just want to come out and say that those charges are true. So.
All right, case closed. He just admitted, yeah, we pocketed over $1 million. I don't know how big this guy is. I don't know if he's like a mega church guy, But that's a lot of fucking money. Over $1 million they pocketed. And he's pretty quick to be like, yeah, we did that. We did that. And so this guy's obviously very open about it. Maybe he'll tell us why he pocketed all that fucking money.
There's been $1.3 million that's been taken out of, I think it was a total of $3.4 million. But out of that 1.3, $500,000 went to the IRS, and a few $100,000 went to a home remodel that the Lord told us to do.
Right. The Lord told them to do a home remodel. Of course, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The Lord, he works in mysterious ways, and he's looking out for this guy here. He's like, this guy needs to remodel his home. This guy really needs to remodel his home. So we're gonna let him get a 1.3 million, right? I don't know how well the Lord told us to scam these people to remodel our home. I don't know how well that does in court. I can't imagine it works too well. I would like to see how well it works, though, because that's a pretty... I don't think anyone's tried... No, people have actually probably tried that before. I was about to say, I don't think anyone's tried it before. Someone has probably tried it. The Lord told me to do it. Whether it's, whatever. I think being like doing like the Lord told me to murder somebody is a better defense or it's better to use in that case of like a murder charge than being charged with like scamming people. Also, I like how he said how much went to the IRS, how much he paid in taxes off of that, $500K. I like how he's like, don't worry though, guys, we paid taxes on it, okay? So, if anything, we shouldn't have paid taxes on it because the Lord told us we need to remodel our home. So, I just really hope that his congregation or the people that bought into his cryptocurrency and got scammed, I hope they don't hear him say the Lord told him to get to remodel his house and believe it and be like, oh, if the Lord told you, have it. Here, take some more money, because I feel we're just kind of lost at that point. Also, I will say, as a good Christian boy, I feel like this one, even if you're not Christian, you could probably come to this conclusion, but I don't think that the Lord really cares about your home remodel. In the Bible too, it also says that if you're rich, it's like pretty much impossible to go to heaven. So I don't know if God is real or like real happy, or I don't think God would just be like, yeah, it's cool, pocket the $1.3 million. I don't think God's would be a big fan of that or encourage you to do it so that you can have nicer material things like remodeling your home. I don't know if God would really do that for you. I don't know, maybe that's a hot take, but I don't know. I'm yapping a lot. Let's let our boy continue here.
So how this whole thing started is the Lord told us in 21 to walk away from our marketing company, and he said, I'm going to do a new thing. And then he took us into this cryptocurrency. It was a different cryptocurrency other than index coin at the time. Well, that cryptocurrency...
Okay. Here's what I think happened. I think this guy, the Lord told us to walk away from our parking company. Is that what he said? Was it parking company?
Time. Well, that cryptocurrency, it was a different crypto. Said, I'm going to do a new thing. And then he took it started. Is the Lord told us in 21 to walk away from our marketing company.
Our parking. I think he says parking. I gotta be honest. I don't think the Lord talked to this guy. I think there's two options here. There's two things that might have happened here. This guy is like full blown. One of them is he got into microdosing and he started his microdosing, and then he was like, all right, let's kick it up a notch. And so he kind of hallucinated like some crazy shit. So I think that might have, and he was like, the Lord, we got to do cryptocurrency. or he's like one of those dudes that will see, he'll take everything as a sign, right? Like if he is like, what's like a fucking example of this? Like I was what's that thing called when like you think of something so you start seeing it everywhere more? I forget what it was, but the number 17 for a while was I was just noticing it everywhere. Just the number 17. And I think he kind of had that same thing with cryptocurrency. He thought God was trying to tell him to get into crypto somehow. Like he just kept seeing news about crypto or something. And he was like, I think the Lord's telling me to get into crypto. So he's like, in that case, he'd be like a full-blown schizo. But those are my two options. Either he was tripping balls or he's like tripping balls without the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
And he said, I'm going to do a new thing. And then he took us into this cryptocurrency. It was a different.
I will say, though, it's kind of cool to think that God loves cryptocurrency. In my video essay, there was that I talked about this dude who had like who in his sleep the angel of financial breakthrough visited him, and I did a bit about like about an angel being like a crypto bro. I did a little. It was pretty funny. I think you should go check that out. I'm gonna keep harping on that video because it's like kind of my magnum opus, but that was funny. I'm not gonna do it again, but that's kind of what I'm picturing here.
Cryptocurrency other than index coin at the time. Well, that cryptocurrency turned out to be a scam. And so the Lord says, give that to them, but also give them a 10x. And I'm like, well, where's this liquidity going to come from? And the Lord says, trust me. Well, as money is coming in, we would be sowing it. And at first it was...
Okay, this is almost unwatchable. I think, was it last week or 2 weeks ago that I talked about that one lady who was talking about the Alexa, and she kept reaching to stop the video after like every sentence? It feels like that with these weird ass like phase cuts. What else was I gonna say? It was about something he said. Hold on, let me go back.
Liquidity going to come from, and the Lord says, trust me.
Okay, right. So he was talking about, so they didn't create it. They were just like, hey, it was a rug pull, right? It's what what all these YouTubers, who they still do it, but we're doing like a lot for a while, where they hype up like a really small shit coin, as it's called, and then they buy a ton of it, and then they like shout it out and stuff. Like a bunch of YouTubers start shouting it out, and then it goes, and then a bunch of their fans buy in, and then they all sell, and it just tanks the cryptocurrency, and they make like millions off of it. It's just that. That's what happened here, but God told them to do it so that they could remodel their home. Obviously, because God, of course, you know, I'm in the process right now. We're gonna do like a slight remodel on our basement in my parents' house. I still live with my parents. We're gonna like kind of remodel the basement a little bit so I could so I can move my bedroom down there. And of course, I'm only doing it because the Lord told me to, not because I want this space. It's because the Lord told me to. The Lord said, hey man, and he came to me. Of course I was microdosing, but that's just how you talk to the Lord. He came to me and he was like, he said, Noah, the basement it's got a good space in there for a bedroom. And I said, you're right. I said, you're right, it does. He's like, so what you're going to do is you're going to put a new ceiling in there. You're going to put a new ceiling in there. And then you're going to redo so that you can get rid of the asbestos. You got an old house, Noah. There's a lot of asbestos in there. And then you're going to go to the walls. And you're going to put new walls in and get rid of all that asbestos as well. And you're going to redo those walls so that the laundry room next door isn't really loud when you're in there. You're going to get some insulation so that it's not super loud when you're doing your laundry. And I said, you're so smart, my Lord. You're so smart. I got to get on this. That's what happened when I decided that we should remodel the basement and move my bedroom down there. move my dad's office up here to the second floor. That's kind of how it happened. For those who were interested, of course. Let's continue with our boy.
Well, as money is coming in, we would be sowing it. And at first it was hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars, then tens of thousands of dollars. Money would come in, we tithe, we sow, more money would come in. And so we were just always under the impression that God was going to provide, that the source was never ending, that God was doing a new thing, and that we had nothing to worry about.
Okay, here's the thing though, right? There's no way this guy actually thought that all this money was coming from God. Also, it's a very good way to kind of convince, what I think he's doing here is he's kind of convincing himself that it was the Lord giving them all this money and it wasn't his fan. I don't know what he does. So like fans or like congregation or something, or like members of his church or whatever. I think he's like I think he's doing a thing where he doesn't want to feel guilty about it for scamming people. So he's like, it was the Lord. The Lord was giving us all this money and pumping all this money in. It wasn't all these people that we told to buy into it and just give us their money. I think he's doing like a passing guilt thing, but he's passing guilt to God, I guess. I don't know.
We sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. We did. We took God at his word and sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. And so the prosecutors have to take that and say, these people willingly sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit.
Okay, and you just said that you did do it. So what are we doing here then? Like, I don't, like his tone, I can't tell if he's trying to defend himself or if he's like or if he's like admitting to it all. He's not apologizing, that's for sure. He's not apologizing because he's convinced himself that he didn't do anything wrong because the Lord told him to remodel his home, right? So he's like, I can't tell if he's trying to like defend himself or something. It like makes no sense because he's saying, yeah, I did all this shit, but he's saying it in a way that kind of, it sounds like he thinks it's cool. He thinks it's dope. He doesn't think he did anything wrong. That's how he's kind of I don't know. I'm trying to read his tone, but I can't. It's fucking confusing because it's him admitting to crimes. But then it's also like, I didn't do what the fuck is wrong with you? I didn't do anything wrong. It's so weird.
What we're praying for and what we're believing for still is that God is going to do a miracle. God is going to work a miracle in the financial sector.
What miracle? That's the end of the video, by the way. That's the end of the video. What miracle? A miracle in the financial sector? What miracle? The miracle of giving you more money or giving money back to the people who you scammed? What miracle are you asking for here? What miracle? Like, I don't, like, he's just, I don't, it's so, I feel like this is frustrating just because he's like, so like, the Lord will handle it. Buddy, you gotta fork up some money here, buddy. You gotta pay some people back. The Lord has nothing to do with this. You did a crime. You scammed people. The Lord has nothing to do with this, okay? He probably hates you for this. Well, not necessarily hate because, you know, I'm a good Christian boy. God loves all his creations, right? But he's probably not too happy with you about this. That's for sure. I don't think the Lord would agree with you. And just because you're like making money doesn't mean it's the Lord's work. You did something wrong and you admit it, but you like it doesn't seem like he thinks he did anything wrong. It's weird, dude. It's weird. It's so weird. But yeah. I thought that was a weird little tidbit to talk about. But let's move on. So I've got a bone to pick with some of you fucking freaks out there, okay? We all know, and all week I've been texting my sister about this and being like, what the fuck is wrong with people, dude? So if you, and this is one of the reasons I don't scroll Twitter anymore. Twitter used to be sick because it was my entire Twitter feed was fight videos, sports stuff, and then that was pretty much it. Fight videos and sports stuff, and maybe like some car crashes, and every now and again like some crazy shit would pop up. But Twitter sucks now. We all know Twitter sucks now. And one of the things that's been going around on Twitter a lot is these weird fucking images, AI images of Taylor Swift, like super sexual ones of Taylor Swift and like Chiefs and like Kansas City Chiefs related shit. It's fucking weird, gross, and uncomfortable. Okay. It's so weird. Like I tried to scroll Twitter, and then I saw people quote tweeting the about these fucking images, and it was just in my feed. I'm like, guys, cut this shit out. I'm not fucking here for this. This shit is weird. It's fucking degenerate. It's like, it's so fucking gross, dude. And like, my issue is, obviously, it's like it's super invasive to like a celebrity to go into an AI image generator and then type some weird sexual shit about them that you want to jerk off to. That's fucking weird. You're gross. You're like a disgusting person if you do that, right? Jerking off the AI shit's fucking weird, buddy, okay? I would say it's like, it's very close to hentai, okay? Very close. Very, very close. But even more invasive and weird because it's like real people. If like you're doing like celebrity shit, it's real people and it's fucking weird, okay? And it's, it creeps me the fuck out, dude. Just thinking about somebody, and I think most of you, it's been a big thing in the news like in the last few days, so I think a lot of people know now like what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna show them because they're fucking weird, and I don't want to save links to them onto my computer and put them in like a Google Doc for this because I don't want to see them. I don't want to look at them. They're fucking gross. And if you get turned on by shit like that, you're fucking weird and you're gross. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. What was I gonna say though? So yeah, it's weird, it's fucking uncomfortable, and Taylor Swift, I guess, talked about it or something. I saw this tweet from Puberty. I don't know if that's how you say it. Puberty? I don't fucking know. Horrible takes in the comments, of course. Taylor Swift is reportedly furious at the recent explicit AI generations of her and is considering legal action, which I think absolutely she should do. I think people should go to jail for this. I think people should go to jail for this. Horrible comments here. She's just got to shake it off. All right, Mr. Guinness Stash. Let's train an AI bot on pictures of you and then have that AI generate images of you doing fucking freakish sexual things. I don't know how you would feel about it. If you would feel good about it, you're fucking weird. If you don't feel good about it, maybe you understand why Taylor Swift would be fucking, okay, would be pissed about it. What is she gonna sue? The use of internet? That's a horrible take. The use of internet shouldn't be incredibly creepy, horny shit, okay? That's fucking weird. Legal actions against herself. I don't know what this means. I don't know what the fuck that means. Are you blaming her for people being fucking creeps and weirdos and losers and fucking degenerates on the internet? If it's satire, she can buzz off. It's not satire. It's fucking, it's gross horny shit. It's gross horny shit. It's not satire. And if it was supposed to be satire, it's not fucking funny. And everybody knows if you do some shit that's weird, that's supposed to be a joke, but it's not funny, you're just weird. It's not a joke anymore. You're just fucking weird. And this shit is weird. Okay? I don't know how anybody can look at that and think it's like it's dope to like do something like that, to like make like it's so creepy, dude. It's so creepy. I can't fucking handle it. And like, I don't go on Twitter anymore because it was all just quote tweets of people talking about the AI images, and then it was a quote tweet, so the fucking thing would be under it. I'm like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. It's ruining my fucking day because of how weird you fuckers are. It's disgusting, dude. It's disgusting. So disgusting. And like, bro, I'm getting the heebie fucking jeebies, man. Just thinking about this shit. It's so weird. You're not a normal person. If you go into an AI generation image and be like, generate an image of this celebrity like getting fucked. You're weird. You're a loser. You're a horny little loser, and you will never feel the touch of a woman in your life unless you pay for it. That is genuinely what I think. That is because you're fucking weird, you're lame, you're a loser. No one will ever be attracted to you if you think this shit is sick. It's sick, but not in the way you think. It's like disgusting sick, you know? Like ill. COVID-19 sick. Cancer sick. You fucking loser. I'm getting worked up. So I need to calm down now. We'll get off that subject. I will say this though. If you are listening to me and you're the type of person who has either, I don't know, jerked off to like one of those pictures or something, or went in and did that yourself, just take a minute, just turn off the phone, turn off the laptop, whatever you use to do the internet, just turn it off, right? And just go for like a walk, right? I'm not doing like a oh, go touch grass thing. Go for a walk for like an hour and a half, just a walk, right? Leave your phone at home, just walk, go to a park, okay? Preferably not with children. I don't want you around children. A park, not a playground park, like a park, open field or something, a hike perhaps. Just look around, okay? Breathe in the fresh air. Right? Because you've probably been sitting in your own musk for like weeks. You haven't showered or anything. You've just been sitting in your room like a loser because you're a loser. Just go out, take a walk, breathe in the fresh air, and I guarantee that you will be healed a little bit. And I want you to do that every day. Just go for a walk. Put the electronics down. Stay off social media for like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, dude. That's crazy. If you could do 2 or 3 hours of a walk or a hike or something, you will be a better person for it. Genuinely, you will be an actual functioning person in society and then get a job as well. I will leave it there. Because I don't want to, I'm just going to get worked up even more. If I keep talking about it, I'm just going to get myself even more pissed off, and I don't want to do that. Okay. Next thing we got up, Ben Shapiro. We're not talking politics, though. This shit's funny, okay? Ben Shapiro has been featured on a Tom MacDonald rap song. Tom MacDonald is a rapper. He's like a conservative rapper, raps about politics and stuff, so he's a hack, right? He's fucking corny. Anybody who raps about politics is corny, unfunny, weirdo, right? Like get a life, okay? And I'm not saying like just Republican rappers too. It's even more corny if it's like Republican or like Democrat rapper, like liberal rappers, right? Guys, can we like let's keep the music to people who are one, good at it, and aren't fucking cornballs and gonna like actually have subject matter in their songs that aren't just like I don't care if you're triggered like type shit. Let's leave it to the professionals. Tom McDonald, let me pull up the TikTok. There was a big TikTok that blew up. I think it was a genius video, or at least it looked like it. It could have been like a fake thing. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. A lot of these videos look fucked up as I'm scrolling TikTok right now. He's talking about his generation. Okay? Yeah.
My generation.
Yeah. You probably recognize this video. Oh, shit. Can I, like... Is this gonna... Hold on. Oh, we're good. Okay. We're good. Okay, so you probably recognize this video. Tom McDonald talking about my generation versus your generation. Let's see what he has to say.
My generation got our driver's license at 14, had a job at 16, and moved out at 17.
That's obviously not true. No generation has ever moved out at 17. I don't think at any time in the United States were people allowed to get their driver's license at 14.
Your generation is still trying to define what a woman is and living in your parents' basement until you're 35.
Owned. So yeah, he's a hack. And then also his so yeah, he's like super hacky, he's weird.
My generation,
kind of a loser. Like a Post Malone wannabe type vibes from him. And then the real kicker about this about that video is that he's actually he's 35. He's 35 years old. So that would make him a millennial, right? Which is like the corniest generation to be a part of, right? Millennial ages he's a millennial between 27 and 42. So yeah, he's like the most liberal fucking my generation. He's talking like he's 80 years old, dude. He's a millennial. That's like embarrassing. That's like the most like corny liberal ass generation to be a part of. Like, bro, you're weird. You're not part of the club you want to be a part of. You're not part of like the Vietnam vet club or whatever you're trying to do. You're a millennial, dog. Like, that's like lame, right? So he came out with a rap song. He's a rapper, and he featured Ben frickin' Shapiro, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Shapiro. Facts don't care about your feelings. Let me find Ben Shapiro's part, because we don't really care about Tom McDonald. Nobody really cares about Tom. Here it is. Let's play the chorus too, because oh my god, it's corny. The whole song is so corny. It's like so awesome. The police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself, what would Ben do? So he says, I ask myself, what would Ben do? And then right before that, he said, I hope I offend you. Oh my god, it's so corny, dude. It's so corny. Like, it's I mean, I guess it's on par because he's a millennial. It's like millennial levels of corny, right? Also, white guy with dreads. So, what can we expect from this guy? Not a whole lot of talent, that's for sure. Not a whole lot of talent. Let's hear Benny Boy though. Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect. Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. He said, my money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. First of all, I think it's so funny how these dudes obsess about Lizzo and like her weight. It's like she don't know you, bro. But anyway, I won't go off on that one. But horrible writing. If it would have been harder, I'm putting myself in his shoes, right? I think it would have been harder if he just said my money like Lizzo. He said that and then explained the bar by saying my pockets are fat. Like, you can't explain the bar, dude. You have to like you have to let, like, it's an art form. People got to think about it a little bit, right? So you just leave it at money, my pockets like, or my money like Lizzo. And that's like a lot better than explaining what you mean, right? So let's continue.
Don't be a wap, dog, it's a yarmulke.
Don't be a wap. So funny because this fool did that whole thing about sorry, I'm burping. Did that whole thing about when the song WAP came out. He still can't say it right, even though he like read all the. That was so funny. That was so awesome when he read the lyrics to that song, dude. Oh my god. And he said he can't make his wife wet. Ah, that was so funny. Anyway, we're not here for that. We're here to listen to his bars.
The homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars.
You're blowing money on strippers and cars. So he's just like kind of like I don't know. He's doing that thing like, oh, all these rappers and they're spending money on whores, right? He's just kind of, it's like old man shit. He's rapping like an old man. He also said, hold on, let's listen to it back.
No cap. Look at the
He said no cap. I mean, that ages it enough, dude. He's doing old man shit.
graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You go into prison, I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating.
No one knows who you are. Okay. I think that's the funniest shit that they had this fool. They had Tom McDonald say the fucking nobody knows who you are, lip sync that part. Bro, nobody knows who you, that's like the funniest shit ever. And then the rebuttal to this, I will explain. The rebuttal to me saying nobody knows who he is, I will explain in just a moment, because there is a big rebuttal to what I just said, and it's stupid.
On me on the internet, my comment section all woke Karens, and I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents.
I make racks off compound interest. I don't think we need to hear anymore. It's so funny, dude. It's so fucking funny. It's just old man shit, dude. They're just old men. There's old angry men just like singing about shit. It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. But I was thinking about it and I was like, doesn't this shit already exist? Didn't we already do a Ben Shapiro rap song? And we kind of did.
Subpar rap battles on YouTube.
We kind of did. This I won't play too much of. I think it's a knockoff Rap Battles of History. It's not like by the same dudes.
Let's say, hypothetically, you and I would rap fight libertarian contrarian versus a piglet of the alt-right. You're not big bone, my wife's a doctor, so I'd know. You're a fat kid, fascist, feckless ball of dope, and your mom's a hoe. Too big for your tight bike, obese, and it's not appealing.
I was listening to this because I was like, isn't this a thing? And I was like, yeah. Look, he's making a fat joke, obese. He's making fat jokes. What else did he say? Hold on. He's just talking about facts and stuff too. But it's the same thing. It's like it's a very similar concept. So these dudes knocked it out of the park, really. Really. They popped off. So scrolling through Ben Shapiro's Twitter, he's been raving about it. He's been raving about his song. And so download facts on iTunes, right? So there's this funny thing that all these like conservative rappers do. Like Forgiato Blow had a song recently that went #1 on iTunes, right? Now, for the younger folks out there, iTunes is one of those things that it's like CDs, you know? Like not a lot of people know what iTunes is. Like the younger kids don't know what iTunes is. Like I had iTunes when I was like in elementary school. I used iTunes. iTunes is like Apple. It's Apple Music, but before Apple Music. It was Apple's thing where you buy the music though. Like you pay for each individual song, or like you pay for like an album, and then you have it on and then you like download it and have it on your like iPod, right? That's what iTunes is, or like your phone. Nobody fucking uses iTunes except for like old people. And so that's the reason. Look at this. Download facts on iTunes. Megan Thee Stallion's new song was #1 on iTunes. Nobody cares about iTunes. And then Facts was #2 on iTunes because all these because old people use iTunes, right? So it was #2 on iTunes, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, we got to get this song to #1." And this happened with Forgiato Blow, like I said, where the same thing happened. They got #1 on iTunes, and then look, I just want to thank God, Tom McDonald, and my parents who paid for 15 years of classical violin lessons so I could become #1 rapper in America. So yeah, they take the #1 they take the #1 song on iTunes and they say it's the #1 song in the world. It's like, brother. And they run with it. Like everybody, all in his replies, everyone, #1 song in America, #1 song in America on iTunes. They don't specify that it's on iTunes, right? Because nobody fucking uses iTunes, right? So the #1 use music streaming platform in the world, right? So that's what I was saying. Their rebuttal to me saying that nobody knows who Tom McDonald is, oh my God, look, my song's #1 in America on iTunes, right? On iTunes. So that's like maybe 2,000 streams, maybe, right? If you go to Tom McDonald's Spotify, right? If you go to his Spotify page, you will see that it is not even his #1 song on Spotify, right? This is the most popular streaming platform in the world. Shout out Paris, Texas as well. Not even his #1 song, right? It's on here, right? I don't think it shows me the streams though. Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's unfortunate. Or well, I can't see it. I can see it somewhere, but I can't see it here. I don't think, unless I'm looking in the wrong spot. No. Whatever, I'm not gonna fucking dig for it. If it's not his #1 song, there's no way it's the #1 song in the world. Because the #1 song it's White Boys, 23 million. It's so corny, dude. It's so corny. This one has 39 million streams. People so stupid. God, dude. It's so corny. I love it so much. But so yeah, it's not even his #1 song on Spotify. Again, I will emphasize the #1 music streaming platform in the world is Spotify, most used, like by far. So if we go to the Spotify charts though, right? Let's really confirm here that what we're talking about, right? Okay. So weekly top songs global, right? This is through January 25th. The song came out hold on, let me make sure I'm looking at the right stuff here. When did the song come out? Song came out on I think it should be on there. I don't think it came out. Oh, it came out on the 26th. Okay, so it wouldn't be on that chart because that's through the 25th. Where's the charts there though? Okay, so yeah, this song came out yesterday, which is the 26th. Today's the 27th. Okay, so wait, it wouldn't be on here. Because this is weekly top songs from January 19th to January 25th. So yeah, it wouldn't be on here. Okay, so we'll scrap the Spotify one for now though. But so as I said, iTunes is an Apple thing, right? So let's look at the Apple top songs chart, and and let's see what their top songs are right now, on their thing. Okay, first off, we see the top 16. Facts is not in the top 16 here. Scroll down. It's now 17, not Facts, all the way, 30 to 33. Facts is not here. Right? Oh my God, I'm in love with this song. Think You the Shit Fart is fire as fuck, right? So that's 34. Keep going. It's not here, right? Apple iTunes is an Apple thing, so why wouldn't Apple Music have his thing in the top charts, right? Keep going. I'm not seeing it, folks. I'm not seeing it. So that's the top 100. Top 100 ends right here. It's not in there. We could keep going. We can keep going. But it's not going to be in here because nobody knows who Tom MacDonald is. No one actually listens to that song. It's just like I think it's so funny that, and if I'm also, I know we scrapped the Spotify thing because it technically wouldn't include that song because it came out after that weekly top songs thing. But if it's in the top like 5 on Spotify, it's probably gonna be like, it's gonna be up. This Apple and Spotify charts for the Apple Music and Spotify charts are like identical pretty much. So it would have been up there at least in the top 100. If it was number 1 on Spotify, it'd be at least in the top 100 on Apple Music. So yeah, no one's listening to that song. It's super corny, super funny. Oh my God, it's so funny, dude. The whole "I hope I offend you" thing, or like, it's so corny. I'm actually happy that they're still doing it because it's such like a like the whole triggered meme is like dead. Like nobody really, it's not even like a meme anymore, right? But all these people still try to write it out for some reason, and it's fucking hilarious, dude. Okay, so before, where are we at? 46 minutes? Okay, we'll do one more segment. But before we get to that, last week I did our TikToker of the month, right? It was our boy, the Bruce Lee fan himself, the boy, right? I forget his tag. I DM'd him, of course. I asked a question, or I said like I asked him what he's training for. I said I was gonna start DMing our TikTokers of the month, every month, and like try to get a little response out of him. And he did not respond to me. So I think it's because he doesn't speak English though. I don't think he's a native English speaker. So I don't think his English is very good. So that's why I think that's why he didn't respond to me. But moving on, everybody wants to become a millionaire, right? Everybody wants to be rich, of course. But how you get there is the issue. How do you do it, you know? Easier said than done. Let's get some advice. You might recognize this girl's dad. This girl's dad is like a millionaire. He like owns a business or some bullshit. Grant Cardone is the guy's name. Grant Cardone. He's been doing he's been putting his daughter on his TikTok to like just talk some bullshit. And I got this originally in my TikTok feed, because my TikTok feed has fucking sucked lately. And so I got this in my feed. Let's give it a watch.
I'm gonna be a millionaire before I'm 20, and this is how. I work for my dad's company. I have
All right, and we're there. We've already figured out how she's handouts from her father. She works at her father's company, so we already figured out. I feel like the main overarching point with this whole segment I'm about to do on this is, don't let a fucking fucking nepo baby tell you how to become rich, because they don't know how to become rich. They were just rich. They don't know how to get there. They were just there, right? She was born into her dad's rich, man. Easy. Have rich parents. Like, I hate this shit so much because like they think they're doing something, or like it's like how I'm gonna become a millionaire by the time I'm 20. So I work for my dad's company. Okay, dude, that's already unachievable for 99% of people. Like, you're not doing anything for anybody. You're just yapping at that point. But let's continue.
I work for my dad's company. I have a contract with them and I get paid every month. That money then goes into real estate where I get some passive income I get to go spend.
Okay, so your dad's paying you a hold on, what was the salary? Hold on. Every month, 4 to 5K a month. If we do that math, that's $48,000 to $60,000 a year. The average salary in America is about I I think it's 33,000 a year. Let me fact check myself here. Average US salary. Let's see. Why doesn't this just give me an answer? What is going on here? Okay. So yeah, it's like a little over like 35K. So yeah, I was a little low there. A little over 35K. So you're already getting an above average salary from your father. And then you have a contract with them where some of that money goes into real estate. Now, the company I work for, I make decent money, okay? I make decent money. I'm 19. They don't offer real estate passive income that goes to real estate, right? Because that's just not what normal people don't have that, bro. Normal people don't have that. You're born, like, it's okay. You're born rich. Like, you are going to be a millionaire before you're 20 because your father is rich and you're getting handouts. It might not seem like handouts because, sure, he has you working for his company, but that job is a handout. And the money you get, so technically that money that you're getting is a handout from your father. Like, it's, like, let's try not to pretend like we're self-made or something. Well, maybe not like self-made. Self-made isn't the word. Let's try not to pretend like we're doing something or we're really working hard to become a millionaire. You're not. Right? You're not. You're getting better benefits. Nobody's getting, people don't, like, that's just not it's not a thing for like 90% of people. They don't get passive income that goes into real estate. Right? That's not a thing that happens. Right? You are very fortunate. That's how you're a millionaire by 20.
That money then goes into real estate where I get some passive income I get to go spend. I never get to touch that.
Or I said it wrong. I was saying her money goes into real estate and then she gets money from. I was saying it like backwards or whatever. Anyway, my point still stands.
Every year, that principal doubles, triples, it stacks on top of each other. And over time, that principal in real estate will make me a millionaire. By the time I'm like 20 years old, I have like 600, 800,000 in real estate from that agreement we have.
I'll bonus her for stuff that she does.
Okay, now this is her father. You probably recognize him. Now let's listen to... Oh, God, dude. Let's listen to how lucky this girl is.
One of these TikToks goes to 10 million. I'm gonna give her a $10,000 bonus.
Awesome. If a TikTok that she posts on her father's already verified account that gets views and has a lot of followers, if it gets $10 million or 10 million views, he's gonna give her $10,000. Awesome. So a handout. Like, what do I think? The tone, at least, like, the thing that I found, the thing that I took a problem with in this video is her tone is like it's just very unaware, right? It's not self-aware, right? You just don't understand that you are extraordinary. You're gonna be a millionaire because you're very lucky. You were born rich. That's how you're gonna be a millionaire. It's not because you're working hard. You're not, right? You're working, but you're not working hard. Not nearly as hard as most people, right? That make way less money than you. Like, it's just out of touch. It's very unaware.
That 10,000 goes by as real estate. Let's say she averages 50 a year, which she will. 50,000 times 10 years, which she will have at least 10 years, is 500 grand. If that money doubles because she never touched it, she's a millionaire. It will have paid her $300,000 in income that was not taxed, and I wrote off five.
That was not taxed. So she's also not just getting all of this money; it's all getting written off as well. So it's like, okay, so. It's just, you're dodging taxes too. Like, of course you're going to be a fucking millionaire by the time you're 20. Your dad's helping you dodge taxes and he's giving you handouts. Like, awesome. Awesome, dude.
$500,000 of salary from the IRS. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Right. It's a win-win for everybody. you don't pay your taxes, which means that poorer people have to pay like more in taxes because you're not doing your part, and your kid gets handouts. It's a win-win for everybody. Win-win for everybody that matters. I think they should have done it. This I thought was horrible advice that her father was giving her. Let's tune in here. And obviously, like, I don't want to hate too much on her because I think she's like 14. So it's like, she doesn't know, right? She doesn't know. She's not that educated. Like, she doesn't get it, right? It's just like her father's kind of a douche, right? That's like where it comes from.
Do not follow your passion. Following your passion will get you with the wrong people, and I guarantee you end up broke. You don't have money just because you're hanging with me.
That's true.
I have money.
That's right.
Okay, I'm rich, you're broke. It's selfish to be passionate. Oh, I'm going to go follow the thing that I love. I love.
This is so stupid. It's selfish to want to do what will make you happy. I don't see how I think, okay, you're right if you phrase it correctly. He's right if he phrases it the way he's phrasing it, where he's like, it's so selfish to want to do what makes you happy. Well, yeah, I guess it's a little selfish when you frame it that way. You're also not fucking, like, you're not, I don't think it's selfish at all, because you're not really, yeah, you're trying to make yourself happy, but you're not doing it at like the cost of other people. Like, like, you're not, it's so fucking, it's stupid. Also, there's no, you love art and it's going to get you with the wrong people. That makes no sense. Art, yeah, you'll probably be broke. That's just real. I also hate how he's using the like art thing, because that's like it's extraordinarily hard to make money from art, whether it's like music or like physical, like painting and shit. It's like, I hate how he uses that example, because that's like the easiest layup ever, is just to hate on people that want to do art for a living. It's like, brother, shut up. You're like, shut up, bro. You're just annoying. Don't do what makes you happy. Bro, I would rather, I genuinely mean this, because I am like a grounded human, and I understand that money isn't absolutely everything in life, and that there's more to life than just being successful and being rich. I would much rather, like this, what I'm doing right now, this whole YouTube thing, it's a passion that I'm following. I would love to do this for a career. Do I know it's probably not going to happen? Yeah, that's why I have a job and I'm like doing other shit, right? But I'm doing this because it's a passion of mine. I would rather do this and it not, like, I would rather do this and it not work out, and like actually, and like just trying to like make this take off, or whatever the fuck, however you want to say it, is like, I feel I'm happy doing it. I'd rather be happy doing it than just being like, oh, it's never gonna happen, and just not following my dream, I guess. Like, I'd rather try for it, even if it doesn't work out. I'm much happier trying to make it work than just being like, I'm a fucking idiot for thinking that I can do this, I'm just not gonna try. Like, just try, dude. Follow your passions, man. Have like a backup plan, of course, because of course your passions may not work out. Nothing's guaranteed in life, but follow your passions. This guy's an idiot. This guy's fucking stupid. So don't listen to that fucking idiot. Again, I don't even know if I want to show these last two videos, because I don't want to hate too much on the girl. Actually, we will, because I'm not hating necessarily. I'm just kind of showing that, like, how out of touch it is. So let's watch. This one is what car she should get.
I don't know what I want my first car to be. Something kind of nice, not too nice, because I don't want to seem like a spoiled bride. My daddy bought this car.
Okay. So here's where we start to feel for her. Okay? Here's where we start to feel for her. She's saying these things, right? And you might think like, oh, like that's kind of like technically, yeah, her dad is technically buying her this car because she's getting handouts from her dad, and that's what's gonna allow her to buy a nice car, right? And this is where we start to feel bad for her because she's showing insecurity here. She wants to be self-made. She wants to, I don't know if her dad comes from a rich family and is self-made, right? He comes from a rich family and isn't self-made, or if he actually did, work his way up. She doesn't want to be seen as like, oh, I was just born rich, which she is, right? We've already explained that. She's born rich. So she's set to be rich in life. That's how that works. It's simple as that. Unless your like dad doesn't give you anything, but usually that doesn't happen. Because she's being given things by her father, a job, a well-paying job at a very, very young age. She doesn't even have a car yet, dude. I don't even know if she has a driver's license yet. As I said, I think she's 14. So like, you're already way better off than a lot of people. So, I think she doesn't want to be seen as someone who got the handout. She wants to like do her own thing and be self-made, which is like sick, but let's continue.
I don't want that to be the impression people have of me by seeing my car. So it's kind of a dilemma. I'm not sure. Do I want a sedan? Absolutely not. But do I want something mediumly nice?
And she kind of lost me there. Do I want a sedan? No. Absolutely not.
Nice, but not too nice to give that impression? Yes, and I'm not sure which car I should get for that. Some cars that I'm interested in, maybe like a Jeep, but that's still expensive. Like, I still feel like you could get the impression of, oh yeah, she's like a spoiled.
She is a spoiled brat, but like, I wouldn't say brat necessarily. I don't know anything about her, but she's spoiled, right? A Jeep is a nice car, okay? Here's the okay. I'm just gonna end this segment now. I'm starting to feel bad because I'm like low-key shitting on her, and I don't really want to shit on her. She's just unaware. As I said, she's just unaware. But okay, what my conclusion to this, right? Hold on, let's look at the car I drive, right? So when I was 15, I got my first ever job. It was landscaping, okay? A good friend of mine, his father owned a company. I don't know if he still does it. They moved to Texas, so he could be doing it in Texas now. But owned a company, and so I was like, okay, for the summer, they took me aboard, right? Took me aboard for the summer, and ever since then, and I started like making money. I was doing like 12 an hour under the table, so no tags or anything. For my age, I was making decent money, right? I had a job. 15 years old, I was doing labor. I was doing good, right? My parents, I think, did the right thing. And so what they did was after I got that job, they were like, okay, dude, now that you are working and that you have a job, we're not gonna like buy you things, right? Like Christmas would come around and maybe they got like my TV they got me for Christmas, right? Absolutely everything in my room, like this this PS5 right here, this PC, this nice PC, these 3 monitors, all this camera, the light, the speakers, this water bottle was my mom bought me, my phone. Now my phone plan, but not originally. I paid for, right? Like I buy all my own stuff, right? Including my car, right? And my high school job, I've said, was I got my truck when I was working at a mini golf place, right? It was like a little bit over minimum wage. There was taxes there because it wasn't under the table anymore. But my parents were like, dude, you should probably start saving for a car because we're not going to buy you a car, right? We're not very rich, right? Especially when I was in the market for a car right after pandemic, right? Or like, right after the pandemic. and we didn't do too good financially during the pandemic. My dad's job slowed down. It was just it was a tougher time financially for our family, right? So even extra, my parents were like, okay, you got to buy your own car, right? Which obviously I knew I was going to buy my own car. So my car, I feel like, is almost like a little deceiving because it looks... Oh, hold up. I got to close my door. My family just got home. Hold on. I guess I'm explaining all of this just to like kind of, I don't know, give you where I'm coming from with everything I just said about her. With like my experience growing up and like how I buy all my own shit now. My car, I feel like looks newer and nicer than it is. It's kind of a piece of shit, but it's a 2001 Ford Explorer Sport Track, right? So this bad boy I got for $5,500 of my own hard-worked money, right? Thing does me good. I've spent in the last 2 years I've spent about like $4,500 on repairs. Or I think probably more. I've repaired this thing so I got it red like this, right? This is my car. This is pretty much my car. I've spent almost as much as I bought it for on repairs and shit just because it's old. I haven't like crashed or anything. It's just old, so it's like deteriorating and things just need to start getting replaced on it. Now I have a much better job, like an actual job. So now I'm in the market for like a new truck. But dude, this is what I've been rocking with, right? A 2001. And I guess the reason I'm explaining this is to kind of give you a sense of where I come from. My parents don't buy me shit, not because we're like necessarily poor, but I think they did a much better job of raising me than a lot of people have. And like most of my friends are the same way, where it's like they buy like pretty much all their own stuff. It's like they don't really get shit from their parents, or like stopped getting shit from their parents in high school. And like we're made more independent financially earlier on. Because now I pay for the car insurance on it. I pay for like my phone bill too. And stuff like that. As I said, I'm paying for most like the remodel of the basement so that I can move my room down there. And I feel like more people should just be raised that way. And maybe that's just bias because I feel like I have, even though I'm 19, I feel like I've turned out well so far, at least. But yeah, I guess we'll end her like that. Thank you so much for coming out, dude. What is this, number 12 or is this number 13? I thought this was number 13. Yeah, this is 13. I have it titled wrong in my doc. Damn, I've done 13 episodes of this. Holy shit. I've only missed 1 week, too. I only missed 1 week because I was sick. Like, really sick. But yeah, folks, I think we're done here. Ugh. I'm tired. I got shit to do. I got some friends that just turned 21. So I gotta pop out tonight for the homies. I don't know how, with my job, I wake up at 4:30 every day. So I don't know how I'm going to stay out longer than like 11 tonight. Cuz like I'm just not built for later nights anymore, dude. But yeah, folks, thank you so much for watching. Hit up the Twitch. I'll be live on there sometimes. I'm trying to get a more consistent schedule there, but it's kind of tough. I'm a busy guy now, you know. But thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all have a great week. And yeah, peace out, everybody.